What do you think was your toughest fight? Do you have a toughest fight?
I have a toughest night of fighting. That was when I did that tournament, the rings tournament, the 32-man unlimited weight class tournament.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. How many times did you fight that night?
Well, the first event I fought twice, and then I came back and fought 3 times in a night. for the.
How much of a gap between the first 2 fights and the?
So I fought Gilbert Yvel.
Right.
Ivel, whatever his name is, the first fight that night and had about an hour probably, which is pretty good, 45 minutes to an hour. And then I fought Big Nog, and he fucked my knee up. We were in the clinch, and he jumps the guard, and his ass landed on my leg and just popped my MCL. So my leg really hurt. My knee did. I made it through that fight, beat him. And then I had about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. There was one fight in between.
Oh, Jesus.
And then I had to fight Babalu in the finals. And Randy was in my corner and Ryan Parsons. And I find out afterwards, they're like, oh, there's no fucking way he's going to be able to fight. I was just a bucket of shit out there in the locker room. It hurt. And then, but that fight, I'd never made that much money. This was in the year 2000, so I think the most I had ever made from wrestling, and with everything combined, was when I fought in the UFC the year before that and made like 20 grand. This final fight was worth 200 grand.
Wow.
Just win or lose, it was a $200,000 difference.
Just the one fight.
Yeah, the finals. The champ got everything. It was basically winner take all type of thing. If I would have taken second place, I would have had 5 fights for about 30 grand total. And I made 230 grand instead.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, when I went out there and they played the national anthem beforehand, that got me pumped up, ready to go. And the thought of $200,000.
Did you tape your knee up or anything?
No. But, there wasn't really much time, and I just went out there and fought, kind of defended takedowns, and this tournament was they had a little bit different rules. It was 2 5s, and the kind of like the Ultimate Fighter, and a possibility of another 5 if it's a draw.
And Babalu was a fucking stud too.
Yeah, him and Nogueira were both pretty big, like 40 pounds bigger than me. Probably 45.
Babalu had one of the most horrific KOs early in his career. He fought Brad Kohler, and he soccer kicked him with wrestling shoes on.
Oh,
remember those days?
Yeah, I remember that.
Brad Kohler was like a bodybuilder. He was a tank.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, he was a tank. And Babalu stuffed his shots and got him down and soccer kicked him into the next realm. Whew.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah, see if you can find that. Babalu was an animal. Very tough.
Yeah, no, he was tough. Him and Nogueira, up till the time when I had fought them, they submitted everybody in the tournament that they fought so far. So Nogueira had finished 3 guys.
So he hit him with a lot of low kicks. That was back in the wrestling shoes days. Very interesting. The difference when your amount of grip that you have with wrestling shoes. Big fucking difference, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, Babalu is super high level.
Yeah, he was tough.
And so here it is. He gets him right here. Boom. Soccer kick.
What show is that in? Is that in Brazil?
Boy, I don't know. I don't remember. 2000. What does it say? World Extreme Fighting. Okay. Which is so
January 15th of 2000.
Just different fucking rule sets.
About a month later is when I fought him in that tournament. I think it was like February, the King of Kings finals.
World Extreme Fighting going plow. Jens Pulver was in there. No shit. Wow.
That Phil Johns dude looks like Justin Gaethje.
He does. I thought it was at first. Oh, Pele fought fucking Pat Miletich. I forgot about that fight too. John Lewis, Jeremy Horn.
Wow. Nogueira,
Yeah.
Rodrigo.
Yeah. Matt Hughes was in there. Wow. Bunch of legends. Wow. Just those days, man. That's never going to happen again, where you have just the emergence of a sport like this that becomes one of the biggest sports in the world.
Yeah, I think they should do tournaments again.
You think so?
Multiple fights in a night.
It would be wild.
I think they should start doing that, and then it kind of gears it up to being an Olympic sport after that.
What do you do though if you have injuries? Like, what if?
Well,
if
I
alternates-
think you got to tame down the rules a little bit, but there's typically alternates when they do any MMA tournament.
Right, but they have an alternate. Yeah, but I mean, if someone, like, say if you have a war against one, like say if you have a war against somebody, and then in the next round, the guy who also fought, he has to pull out, and then they put it in an alternate, and he's fresh.
Yeah, I mean, but they make the alternates fight.
Oh, do they?
Like my
so
fight
the
with
alternate
Bustamante
gets
was
through.
an alternate fight.
Oh, I see. So the alternates fight.
I
and they
actually
get
could have fought
through.
again that night. I'm thankful I did, and I didn't have any thumbs and a
Blown out
and a
knee.
skinny knee.
Wow. Yeah, that would work. That would work where you have a potential alternate. You might need two.
Well, if you needed the other guy, I guess you would take the loser of the alternate fight. I guess.
I guess you would, unless you got KO'd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on where it's at.
Right. If it's in Japan, they're like, dust him off, put some ice on his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
For
just it is interesting when you see tournaments though, because it's like you have a built-in super fight. Right, you see over the night guys winning, and you know their style, and so you're looking forward to the matchup when it comes to the main event.
Right.
I mean, that was the early UFC.
Right. Yeah, I thought UFC 17 was a tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the tournaments were wild. The first one I went to was UFC 12. That was when Vitor fought Trey Teligman, and then he fought Scott Ferozzo, and he won the heavyweight tournament when he was 19.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Randy came in after that, I guess.
Randy was that was back when Vitor was like 240 when he fought Randy. He looked like his trap started at the top of his ears.
He had a little bitty head on top of a huge body.
He was crazy big. He was so bulked up. But I just wonder, like, what athletic commissions would allow you to do that. I know Los Angeles, just a few years ago, when they had Glory Last Man Standing, they had a big tournament there. It was a big kickboxing tournament. Yeah. I wonder if they would allow something like that with some athletic commissions with MMA.